What's the movie for next week?
We're on with it. I swear to God. I swear to God. What's good? Welcome to Epic Entertainment Critics. I'm Antoine.
I'm Will to the Burt.
And I am still James.
And we're here to bring you an epic movie review, retro review on Wolverine X-Men Origins. As promised, we'll keep it to our theme of doing bad superhero movies. This one is hated among fans, so I thought I'd throw this one in the mix. But before we do that, we got intro. All right, we back. So Wolverine X-Men Origins came out in 2009. This was a which installment was this? The fourth one? This right after Last Stand, right?
Was it?
I thought didn't this come out before?
No, it came out 2009. Last Stand came out 06.
06.
Right. So yeah.
They waited 3 years to come out with something else? That don't sound right.
Yeah, this would take a movie. They was done with X-Men, and they was like, well, let's just do Wolverine's story by itself, I guess.
That's right. At
Trash.
the time, they had been talking about doing backgrounds for X-Men Origins was going to be a franchise in and of itself for a little minute, wasn't it? Until they
possibly see, and that's one of my problems with this movie. This was actually would have held up better if it was just a Wolverine movie without no X-Men origin. I know they threw that a little bit at the end. It wasn't like it was mostly the Wolverine origin or whatever, but they threw that little X-Men by putting Cyclops in there and Patrick Stewart at the end and stuff.
Gambit.
You ain't like the Gambit scene, bro?
Fuck no.
We're gonna talk about it. But no, seriously. This movie kind of, for me, do you remember? I know you remember. They had the bootleg floating around.
Ooh, boy, that was the best.
We got the bootleg before it came out. Maybe was it like a week before it came out?
Fuck no, it was soon in a week.
Was it?
Yeah.
They dropped like a real early copy of this. Did you get that?
No.
Okay, they dropped like a real early copy of this. It
Never
was floating
seen
around.
No.
Oh, it's the
That's
best
back
thing
when
ever.
bootleg DVDs was a thing. And they didn't have special effects in the movie yet. So we seen the movie
when they
without the special effects.
like when he tossed the gun up, it was nothing there. You just saw his hands do this.
Oh, not even that. You saw most of the times Hugh Jackman was like with nothing in his they show his claws was completely CGI.
And then the one scene with the log woods, they had a dummy go across the log. Like you gotta see it.
It was
dog.
a computer generated dummy. Where basically he'll throw Hugh Jackman and then they cut and then you just see all
CGI.
a computer generated dummy was like this is.
You never seen that?
Not.
Oh, dude,
No,
you
man,
gotta
I've
see
No,
never
I'm gonna
it.
tell you
that.
what the shit that everybody remember when he knocked on the window and they wrote nails grow.
Oh yeah.
So we know what it looks like for an unfinished movie.
Yeah, it's a family movie. We got you editors down by the neck. Got you guys.
But no, it was
Should we admit it that we seen this?
who can do something? 20th Century Fox knew that was out there. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Ain't nothing they could do.
Especially this far down the line, over a decade.
We didn't leak it. We just took advantage of it.
Yeah. So we can talk about the movie narratively, man. So this is my thing, man. My problems with this movie. I ain't gonna say my problems. I'm gonna say when I watch these movies, all these old school movies that nobody like, and there's what's the word I'm looking for? Where everybody feel the same way. Unilaterally. What's the word I'm looking for?
Consensus. I don't know.
Okay, where everybody agreed on they hate this movie or whatever, or it's so not liked by so many fans. Now, I watched it and I learned how to take things I like out of these, and I like some stuff in here. It's a couple things I did like. Okay, some of course you know the montage, but I'm gonna go a little before that. So let's talk narratively. So we do. They show the if you have you read the origin the back? Okay, so some of that stuff they kept in there, and I was like, it's not bad, as far as what's going on, but they really messed up by having it. They try to make this little kid act the young Logan. You remember the young Logan? See, I'm gonna show you.
They gave him his berserker scene.
Dude, why did they do that? Why did they do that?
Refresh my.
Oh, well, I'm gonna refresh you. This is when his claws first came out.
Oh, I do remember that.
But
now.
when you see how corny it looked, so they kind of if you read the Logan origin from the comics, they kind of start when he was a kid, and you find out Sabretooth is his brother and all this stuff, and it's kind of cool. They kind of keep it to that. Dude actually kind of look like a different version of Lee Shiver, so I'm like, okay, they got the dad, right or whatever, but. Okay, so check out. Okay, so right there, I'm like, okay, I'm out. I was liking it, and then I'm like, oh boy, y'all lost me.
Not only that, they immediately follow that up with I don't know if they put this kid on a cart or something. But when he goes charging in at the dad.
Oh, I'm gonna show that too. It's just I want you to see that little this dude. Maybe they should have picked a different kid, or I don't know if they should have.
Maybe don't try to make a kid be Wolverine.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not Wolverine yet.
Yeah,
he's not Wolverine yet, so you don't have to give him berserk. You don't have to give him a berserker rage. Maybe they're trying to say his berserker rage always there when you push him, or whatever. But. Come on, man. I would have smacked that little dude if you can.
Sit your ass down.
Sit down, boy.
Let's go to the doctor.
And stop hollering. Boy, if you don't stop hollering, take my belt off. But then, if you get at him, he going to come at you like this, Wilbur. You don't want this. So I'm looking like you said, that looks so bad the way he was moving. It looked like he was on something rolling.
Yeah.
He was on a dolly.
In the one shot where you can see his feet, he looks so ridiculous.
I don't know if I saw his feet, but the thing is, when you run, you don't. You gonna be like this, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. This dude just glided to him.
Yeah.
And
that's called overacting.
He was like,
and if you gonna let the little dude glide to you, okay. I know he coming at me with some little knives or whatever. I'm like, what? If you don't get your, you know what I'm saying? Just smack his little ass.
Also,
let him stab
you can kind of see where the guy playing the dad. I guess he's supposed to be.
He tried to kind of shoot him, and the lady pushed the gun out the way.
But then when he comes back around, it's like he's almost lifting him up so that he can actually do something other than stab him in the crotch.
Oh, that was bad. I mean, I like the scene before that happened where it was. I like when he was his dad. I mean, Logan's dad was like, "Hey, Victor, maybe you want your dad's here." He was like, "He ain't calling my name. He beat my ass every day. He about to beat your ass now."
First off, props to the kid playing,
Victor.
young Victor Creed. It's not my name. He's calling. Sir.
I ain't going out there. I get my ass beat every day. Not today.
It ain't my turn right now, boss.
So. I kind of like they little brother, kind of thing where they kind of now they. So then you got the mother like, what are you, whatever. Like, okay,
yeah.
Which this happens to always mutants, right? When they get their powers, their parents kind of like, oh, well, I can't believe, whatever.
Yeah, right.
They did this little brother dynamic. I kind of like that, where he's like, we got to look out for each other, da da da. And I guess keeping with the origin, which is cool. And then that's what set up the montage of them fighting. And this is the thing about this little montage. I really what you think about the montage? The opening montage.
It was cool because it was every war, wasn't it?
Basically from Civil War on up.
Yeah, that was cool. That was good.
And then I kind of thought about it. I was like, why do you think they did that? And I'm thinking I guess because they trying to satisfy
they
Victor.
Don't age.
Well, no, but why keep fighting in wars?
Yeah. So
what you think?
They're trying to set up that these two need to be in the fight, but more specifically, Victor needs
That's
to
what I'm
be in the
saying.
fight,
I think
and
Wolverine. Logan
well, I
like
guess it
don't
was
want
James
to. I
back
think he was
then.
trying to satisfy what's the name, bloodlust.
Yeah.
By saying like, hey, well, when a war comes, you can kill as many people you want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That way, I can get you to stop killing the
Like,
civilians.
so they even show off a little bit there where it's like he's way more into staying in the fight
yeah,
than Logan is.
right. And Logan just follow him because there's his big brother, and that's kind of like the promise they made.
Excuse us, Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy. Did he go by Logan? He didn't go by Logan.
He
went by Logan.
didn't start going by Logan until after he lost.
Because I thought
his,
wasn't just called him Jimmy, but his name Jimmy.
his
Is
name
his name
is
James Howlett?
James Howlett.
Right. Where's the Logan come from? That's
He lost his memory.
that was his dad name, or
so-
that's the dad he thought that was his
So,
dad name, right?
There was another guy that worked for his family named Dog Logan. Is supposed
Oh,
to be,
geez. See, that was too complicated. Why just fucking
which is
call
which
him
is why
Logan?
they left it out.
Why didn't just call the other dude Logan? The guy that married the girl after she didn't had 2 kids by somebody else.
Well, I mean,
Really?
Like,
Because
They-
no, well,
they
I mean,
didn't-
basically he thought that James was his son, but it was actually Victor's. That's why they brothers. They didn't know they was
yeah.
brothers.
So
They thought that they was.
I don't recall.
They thought they
Victor's
knew
dad's
they
name.
had the same mother. They didn't think they had the same father.
Right. Right. So
She was a hoe.
Well, it sounds like.
Miss Howlett was a hoe.
yeah, but so like they wrote in the character of Dog Logan later on. So they had already.
See, that's too complicated. I don't need all that.
Yeah.
I was cool with if the old boy name was Logan. You know,
Yeah.
the guy he thought was his dad name was Logan. Just leave it at that. You know, that's why you.
Logan's just a name he picked up.
Yeah,
somewhere.
whatever. Who cares? it kind of didn't make sense in this movie, but they never really said nothing about that guy name. So
Right.
I roll with that. But yeah, I'm gonna show a little bit of this opening montage. And there's something about this opening montage I'm gonna show y'all that that it's like, dude, you know, you've been with this dude down in 100 years, you don't know how he is.
Right.
But yeah, it's so they kind of. I really, it's a cool little thing.
Stand down, soldier!
Well, I kind of get what they doing. I feel like when he lose control, he always he keeps him in check. Because they kind of show a little bit of that later, where he's, you know, starting to talk when he get into it with what's his name. We'll talk about that. We get into a Wade, he kind of like easy Victor. Like you got to kind of tell him like,
Right.
hey, just be cool, just
Well,
be
'cause,
cool.
like that's always been like the main difference between those two characters. Whereas Wolverine goes into Berserker rages, Sabretooth is always like this close.
Right, he already there.
Like
but
and
he
wants
enjoys
to.
this shit.
Like, and that's the other thing. He wants to. Like Wolverine spends all his time trying not to go into that state. Sabretooth is like, okay, where do I have to go
He embraces it.
so I can
That's the
start
difference.
killing some shit?
Right.
And I get that. So I mean, this is the point. I guess they try to stop him from raping that girl, and he just ended up killing some people because he lost control.
Right.
So what you think of Lee Schreiber as
I like
Sabretooth?
I actually like.
That was good. That was a good casting.
Knowing that he looks so different from Sabretooth, but
Yeah.
he's a good version. He's a good ass actor.
Well, because like if I could get, like if the guy who played Sabretooth in the first X-Men movie could act as well as Leo Schreiber,
Yeah.
he would have been perfect.
Well, physically he has a perfect look at Sabretooth.
He had the perfect.
They
look,
didn't really
but-
ask him to do much but
True.
growl
Yeah.
and grab people and throw them.
And he got his one line, "You owe me a scream."
Yeah.
But that was it. But Leo
He just
Schreiber,
like a pro wrestler.
God, that movie's bad.
okay, well,
But
but like Leo Schreiber, the way he plays Sabretooth encapsulates like the rage, the inferiority complex,
yeah.
and also this like sense of menace that you don't get to see.
I was
in a
about
lot
to
of
say
movies.
because every time he show up, I get scared for whatever character's there.
Yeah, like, when you see him, like there's a scene
When
where
you
he's
see
in a
him,
bar,
oh, that's your ass.
you see him in a bar like carving a smiley face into the bar. And it's like,
Yeah.
do not approach that
You
man.
got insurance? No. Oh, that's too bad.
Like,
Pray to God,
Well, hold
your
on.
insurance is right.
Hold on, we gonna get to that. But this is my thing. So it's almost like he didn't know that Victor was a psycho or something.
Oh, he knew.
well, it's like you see that like when folks try to convince themselves that the people in their
Right.
life
And I'm gonna give him that.
yeah
Right. Finish what you're saying.
that they ain't monsters basically.
Right. Because your family. And it's
Yeah.
like, this is my brother. I got to keep him under control. But best I could do is stop him from killing like 5 people. Maybe I can get him kill like 2 people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, Victor's gonna slaughter some people today.
Yeah.
If I can keep that number under 10,
I'm surprised that this is the first time they ended up getting caught or in trouble for killing some people or whatever. But
probably ain't.
I guess that's the reason why they do the whole. That's why that's got to be the reason why they do a war montage. That's the only time. The only way he keep him at bay.
Yeah.
Right.
Fucking kill people in wars.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the safest way. Like there's a bad guy. If you point him in the right direction, he'll kill the people that need to be dead rather than whoever happens to be walking down the street.
Right.
So, and then they joined the little team, right? Did they have a name for that team?
It was an X-Force, wasn't it?
No.
No, it was.
Shut up, Wilbert. What was you about to say?
I don't actually remember.
Okay, so because they're not Alpha Flight, but it was a team. I remember that. Was that in the Origins or was that in a different comic?
I think
Where they made this little the Weapon X program. What's the name of that group? So they made a little team before the Weapon X program, whatever. But anyway, and I looked at some of the people on that team. They actually, Will.I.Am looked just like that character.
Yeah.
They did good on that. John Wraith was like a black cowboy.
Yeah. Like just that tiniest hint of Native American.
So, okay, I start watching it, and that's another thing I took that I like from this movie. They little team, they actually was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like when they was talking to each other in the little thing, that felt like that could have been a different movie.
Yeah.
Watching them kind of do missions and shit. You know,
If it's a real Deadpool.
Look, we don't need.
that
to get
ain't what
into
I'm
that.
talking about. I'm just saying
Just
how
like their whole dynamic, the way they operate was cool. You know, it's like when they walk up,
they
it's
felt like a real team. Go
like-
ahead.
like,
They actually felt like they was all friends
there's
almost.
there's that one moment. It's like, you're up, Fred. The tank.
yeah,
The tank.
yeah. That whole little dynamic was
That
actually cool.
That was cool.
Like I don't know what's the deal with Wolverine being afraid of flying or something. They kept making him like about to throw up every time he was flying.
That's something that's like worked. Its
Is that
way-
in the comic?
It's worked its way in and out of the comics. Like on one hand, he was like one of the primary pilots for the X-Men, but on the other, like they.
Yeah, I guess maybe by the time he got to X-Men, he cool.
It was usually.
I just don't remember him being this whole
Usually his
afraid of
big
flying.
thing was
shit.
water.
Yeah,
So now he gonna watch his ass.
Well, no,
maybe
like
like
when
being
you
in,
when
like,
you weigh as much as he does and you end up in water, you gonna be in some water until
yeah,
somebody
it
get
was
your ass out.
Yeah, that do make sense. That adamantly is heavy. But anyway, I like that whole dynamic, and then they showed your boy Deadpool, which is he pretty much playing Ryan Reynolds. Did he
Yeah.
play that any different?
No.
That's what I'm saying. What's
Like-
people complaints
like-
until he become
Well, 'cause, like-
Weapon 11?
Right. Well, like the one thing I did appreciate about the way Ryan Reynolds played him was he's not Deadpool yet. So he's not as insane as he is when you get to see him as Deadpool.
Yeah.
He's just a snarky asshole who's good at killing people.
Okay, so let's talk about the action. Before he become Wolverine and with the team, they do a nice little thing. They got some cool powers, and it just made me so mad that I don't know the dude name to control electricity.
Yeah, I can never.
But we got this character to control electricity, and once the team break up, he working at a carnival,
Yeah.
like poor and broke. I'm like, dude, you got so much power at your disposal, and you working at a carnival with the lamest trick.
Well, so like the thing is, like he doesn't really control electricity. He's a technopath. He controls electronics. So like, but his
So
ability,
he can control. He can make an ATM machine spit out money.
and then everyone will be on him, and
He
Weapon
don't
X will
need, I
come
mean,
after
but my
him.
point
Like,
is,
he's hiding from Weapon X though.
yeah, okay, maybe. It just the fact that where he was at was just stupid. I was like, okay,
Like if you look at any of those dudes, there's no reason if you were willing to kill people for money that they wouldn't rob a bank. How is John Wraith not robbed a bank?
right? He can teleport.
You know?
I mean, it's cool. They ain't all villains. Wilbur, you got something to say?
No.
Besides, anyway, there's the scene where he's dodging, reflecting the bullets. Did y'all like that?
Yeah.
All right.
When I watched it, it
It
didn't
was-
Did he
really
cut
hold
one of them in
up.
half?
Wilbur,
Yeah.
you ain't watched it recently, which you messing up. And it don't hold up now
That's
when
the
you watch
thing.
it again.
It was cool the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
But also it was the only time I had seen Deadpool in live action.
But it was making
So-
me mad that it felt like everybody was in front of him in a single file shooting
Yeah.
where nobody was shooting him from the side. I was like, that don't hold up because he did it once, right? It was cool. And then they had him turn around and do it again to the person behind him and run all the way up to him. I'm like, why don't somebody on the side of him shoot? It was the whole point of them, you know what I'm saying? It just didn't hold up.
They
'cause
just wanted
it
to
didn't
give
make
him
sense.
that moment. And
I know.
So they made it fit.
Right, but you got to use it sparingly because if you do it real quick and move on, they try to do it too long, and it was like, oh, that don't hold up.
Right.
But anyway, that's to show they little team or whatever. But once they make Wolverine, I mean, okay, we got this whole thing. Weapon X got disbanded, and now what's his name's going around killing. Why was that? What was the reason? Oh, the reason he gave him was because I locked him up and he just wanted revenge.
Yeah.
Sabretooth.
That's why he's killing the other people.
That was the reason he gave Wolverine.
Right, that was Stryker told Wolverine, hey, he going around killing all our old group members because he want revenge on us, so he gonna come to you next.
He couldn't even keep his story straight.
I know it
Like,
sounds such bullshit.
Why didn't you tell me it was Victor? I didn't know.
But you knew he was just locked up and he was coming after you. So how you didn't know?
Right.
Like, and it wasn't even like that was two very different scenes. It was like the same scene, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I didn't even think about that. But no, anyway, so that's how that's basically how he got him to agree to the adamantium binding or whatever, which is bullshit. But they always kind of do Wolverine with a sucker for love kind of deal.
Yeah.
You notice that?
Yeah.
This is like they do this like
if
with
it's not, it'll be, I forget the chick's name in this one.
the girl from Yuriko. Then they got,
Yuriko, Jean Grey.
yeah.
You know, it's
Silver
all-
Fox. I don't know
Silver
her real
Fox.
name. I forgot
Yeah.
her real name, but it's always a
It's
thing with a
always
girl.
It's always a thing with a girl.
So that's the
Always.
soft spot.
Yeah.
Right, but they kind of repeat that where something go wrong with a girl. That's why he so angry or whatever.
Oh,
but it's always a broken heart. That's
Yeah.
always their story.
So he finds love and
And
then he get
it's
rage.
always
when she die.
someone that he will not end up with. Specifically.
Yeah. Right.
Like,
It's always a broken heart
it's
situation.
either someone who clearly is not into him.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Like,
It's just something. It's a situation they
Yeah.
can't get together or something.
they can't get together.
Because he was going to marry Yuriko, right?
Yeah.
Right. It's always something.
Yeah.
But the point is that now I'm gonna talk about this where they faked her death and it was so bad when I'm like, really? He's that dumb
Right.
that he they put
Wasn't
some
it her
fake
power?
blood. No. Well, maybe you know what? I didn't think about that. Damn, Wilbert. Sometimes
I'd actually.
Sometimes your ass come up with some smart shit in the middle of all your rant, dumb ass thinking. You come up with some smart shit. Maybe she used her power on him.
I had always interpreted it as her using.
No, I didn't because the way they kind of explained it was she faked her death by slowing her heartbeat down. Like they made her look dead, and they just threw some fake blood on her.
Like, because this is what I'm saying, right? So
What if you would have buried her
'cause
body?
this-
That
this
wouldn't
is-
have worked out
'cause
for
this
her.
is the thing. Because this is the thing, right? One, this is Wolverine we're talking about. So he can tell, like, on top of his senses, he's also a trained tracker.
I know.
So he would have known if it was fresh blood,
That's
old
what-
blood,
right.
refrigerated blood.
Right, it could have been
So
some fucking
I always-
pig
I
blood.
always
He would have
assumed-
known it wasn't her blood.
Even if it was her blood that they were refrigerated, he would have known.
Yeah.
Right.
So, like, I had always assumed that she had used her power to sell the
But
bit.
this is kind of like this is like an action movie that they trying to just sell on the action more than
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, the believability of the story. Because when I saw them like replay that moment, I was like, really, dude? He just like threw a couple blood on her. All right, you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't
Believe
move.
that shit.
Like, but straight up, like, it's one of those things where when you watch the scene, it's like, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, so what y'all think about the scene of him becoming Wolverine? Once he got the adamantium and bust out the
Took off running.
Yeah.
yeah. What y'all think about the scene of just how it looked?
It was cool. It was kind of.
I liked how it
when he
looked.
made the X.
I did like how it looked.
Well, they can't have him in a movie and not do that at some point.
Well, yeah, you're right. So let's take a look at this scene. I want to say the person who jumped off the cliff. Shout out to the person who jumped off that cliff. That wasn't CGI. That was a big 6'2" naked man that jumped off that damn cliff for
Action.
this movie. Wasn't Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman hey, stunt double.
Action.
But I will say, there's no reason for the claws to be that fake. Like
They don't look good.
because like
now.
they had done them better before, and
they use practical
and they
claws.
still
They kinda
had
like
those
a
though.
little-
They still had them.
See,
They
but-
just didn't use them.
But see, this is kind of early of them trying to do. They blend CGI and practical together, so they still was learning. And like we saw on the other version, he was just walking around like this.
Yeah.
So every scene are fake claws. And I ain't got the scene right now, but that scene in the bathroom when he was
when-
looking at them,
yeah,
they
yeah.
look real
Yeah,
fake. They
I
like
know.
cartoon
I know.
claws. Like,
It was
whoa, that didn't
bad.
hold up.
X-Men 1 it looked bad when he's in a bar fight.
Those was practical.
those
I
were the
believe.
real ones.
Not
They
the-
could.
That's another.
When they come out,
Yeah.
that look. I think those was practical. I think I could be
It
wrong.
I think it looked
They did a lot.
bad.
They didn't have a lot of
'Cause-
CGI in that first
So
movie.
like for the close-ups though, they had a practical rig for that.
Right. They had like a fake hand with the claws coming out
Yeah.
where they do a close up where it's not
Because
you
that's
know,
why, like, if you go back to those scenes, like you can see the
it
seam
coming right
open
out his
up
knuckles or
Right.
whatever.
instead of like actually like because when they show it now, like in X2 and X3, they have when they do those scenes, you can see it cutting through his hand because the hand is CG.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But in the original ones, it was a mock-up.
But I just like the way that scene did look. That scene actually wasn't bad, man. It was a
That wasn't
couple.
bad.
And it's a good reproduction of the scene from the
Right.
original scene from the comics.
Right, and Hugh Jackman, he is Wolverine.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I give him that. He playing like nobody. I can't picture nobody else playing Wolverine.
I
now.
can't wait till they do it.
Yeah.
I can't
like,
wait till they
also-
do it.
They got to because
But like
this-
also, there's no one who's short enough to play Wolverine who's
Yeah.
going to be able to get
well,
in shape to play
see,
Wolverine.
but no, they might have people. They just kind of gotta give them chances.
Yeah.
But that just it's just the look. He looks like Wolverine. I
Yeah.
mean,
He
Reverend, I know you're
does.
tired of him,
Tired.
but it's just he's Wolverine.
Like they had fucking
Plus a couple
recast the whole everybody else and still kept him as Wolverine. That I lost my shit.
Well, like
Who else is gonna do Wolverine? Like you said. Who else gonna do it?
I don't know.
because the thing is,
Maybe
like,
you. You want to play Wolverine?
Because like
You.
okay, that's the thumbnail.
You would have been running
Um,
naked. I could just hear the feet hitting the concrete.
Because this is the problem with something like
Hey,
Wolverine.
man, get this
though.
man some clothes. I did. Shout out to the old couple too, man. This is a rule. This is like we talk about the Spider-Man rule.
Yeah.
This is a Wolverine rule. Anybody that help Wolverine,
They
you
gotta-
gonna get
Yeah.
They
killed.
gotta go.
Yeah.
They gotta go.
You give him $1 so he can buy some food, you gonna get killed. Wolverine like, hey, can I borrow $1? There you go, man. You talking about, oh shit, you gonna
Nah,
get killed.
I'm gonna tell you how
You
bad it
dead.
is. I'm gonna tell you how bad it is. If you let him skip on 10 cents, he go in to buy some beer and some
Yeah, it's
Slim
like,
Jims.
oh man, I'm out of. Don't worry about it, man.
Don't worry, I got it. Somebody
Somebody
will
gonna walk
come
up and
in,
shoot that dude
like, excuse me,
shooting
have
him
you
for?
seen this man?
because he helped you.
Oh yeah, he was just in here, got some Slim Jims. You know, he was out of change and everything, but I let him.
No
Should have
witnesses.
charged full price. We don't play that shit here.
You know,
They blow the whole
if you
corner
let him
store.
get a 6-pack without carding him, you should have checked his ID.
Yeah, I know.
Blah blah.
Okay, so I actually liked this movie up to that point. I
Yeah.
thought it was a good. I thought it was a good Wolverine origin so far. You know, minus the scene when he was a kid. I thought it was a good origin because that opening montage, and I thought and Wolverine. Hugh Jackman doing a good job of being Wolverine. This is where it started to fall apart for me. Not because of narratively, because of what they tried to do with this action.
You didn't like Wolverine versus a helicopter?
No, because when I watched it again, it was bad. And
Like I can tell you the exact moment I stop enjoying this movie is when he's on the bike and he's changing direction, so he sticks his claws in the ground.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the exact moment I.
Oh,
well,
shit,
see,
I
and the thing
forgot
is,
about that.
the thing is, like I said, they had me narratively where it was going. They got too ambitious with the action,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of mad where I say this ain't too bad, and then I'm looking at this action. Oh God, this is bad.
Man,
So-
he got 3 movies out of them.
Look, man. Look, I'm gonna show this little part with the helicopter. So this right here.
Oh my God.
Hold on. It look fake, and the physics don't work at all.
We're gonna have you explode off a truck, and you're gonna slice the propeller while you land on the motherfucker.
Somebody was
Who
saying,
wrote that?
you know what'd be cool? Somebody who don't know Wolverine said, hey, you know what'd be cool? Dude got some claws, right? Oh, shit. You know what'd be cool? I thought about this so many times on action movies, and I couldn't do it. Now I got a guy with superpowers and claws. Watch this.
Oh, yeah.
No,
that's
bro.
bad.
You fucked up.
That's almost as bad when your boy got hit in the eye with the bullet.
Superman.
No.
Oh my God.
The thing is, first off, you get blown up and you just happen to stop right where the propeller is, and then you chop chop the propeller.
Yeah, he doing his best jump man pose and everything, you know.
Oh my God.
This is the thing. When you do scenes like this, as a real human, you probably gotta have him escape these in the neck of time. But he's Wolverine. The thing about Wolverine is he can fuck you up and he'll fuck himself up,
Right.
and he'll heal and
heal.
you'll stay hurt.
Right.
So like that's the real problem with this is why is he running?
Not just that, they giving him scenes for a person that can be hurt, so he's getting out of the way in the neck of time.
Right.
No, if you were to do a Wolverine scene, he would have just ran right into that damn windshield and made the helicopter crash, and then everybody would have died and he would have healed.
Right.
That's the way Wolverine would have handled it.
It's one of the good things about Days of Future Past. Like he has to get used to not having the adamantium anymore. So you get to see him have to damn, I forgot I had to damn.
Right.
You know.
Not just the handle, but his healing power too, knowing that he can come head first into you and not worry about getting shot or hurt.
Yeah.
You know. And I'm like, that's what I'm looking like. The part when he hopped off the copter, like they showed him before it landed, like he would have just got messed up too.
Head first, and then
It would have been not, like
Which would be more realistic, you know, than him hopping off in the neck of time. So that's where it started. Like, damn, man, I was actually kind of enjoying this origin story. They just took a nosedive off a cliff. But yeah, that was horrible, dude. And I got something else to show y'all bad too, but that was bad.
I think
for
the boxing ring, that was the worst. That's what did it for me.
That was
I
fun.
don't know. There's the scene in the high school when Sabretooth is chasing Cyclops.
Yeah.
Him jumping on the walls and everything.
See, but are we mad at the movie or are we mad at them CGI?
CGI.
I'll say this. I'm mad at them choosing to go with scenes that they didn't need to do just to say that they could.
Yeah.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
So let me show you another good scene. We have now remember, you know, he's got to have some allies, and narratively we follow. He's trying to find, which this whole movie just don't make sense to me. But he's trying to find the island, which all he got to do is just stand still. They're gonna find him and take him there.
Yeah. Basically.
and so Gambit is the guy who been there.
Oh,
So he gonna
Gambit's been
find
there.
Gambit. You know. So what do y'all think of Gambit?
That was the worst.
Now, everybody been asking. Now hold on, I'm gonna give him some leeway. But what you got to say about Gambit? You
Me?
said, yeah, you didn't like it, or
I mean, I still
how you
had an
feel?
attitude from him not being an X-Men. I just
Right.
never understood that. And then for him to throw this wannabe pretty boy
Oh,
in
the
there.
first movie.
Yeah.
Well, first off,
Gambit wasn't really a founding member. He didn't really become
Yeah.
X-Men member until like the '90s. But what would you say?
so one, you kind of don't have too many choices on what kind of person you're gonna get to play Gambit because you need someone who can be charismatic and charming.
Right.
You need to cast a kind of person who can steal your wallet in front of you and make you like them.
It wasn't a bad casting choice, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Taylor Kitsch did what he could, and you know why I really kind of gave some leeway when I was listening to him talk. His Cajun accent sucked, but guess what? Cajun accents are horrible.
Yeah.
If you ever heard a Cajun talk, you'll think he playing, like you'll think he not serious.
Right.
I say that, oh boy, that blah, blah. It's like it's horrible.
Like if you go back and look at any, like back when they were really doing interviews to folks post Katrina, like not even post Katrina, but like when they were rebuilding.
Yeah, like kind of like one of them deep Cajun accents,
yeah.
not just like a hybrid accent, like a deep Cajun accent.
Well, you know that Katrina there, they're gonna go by there. Yeah, to my shack, you know,
Our girl were on T, you know what I'm saying?
my room was about 5 miles down the road there. Where I said,
so, and that's what Gambit's supposed to sound like, and it's like, no, dude, that more like a Charmin Cajun, but
TV Cajun.
That just, I'm like, you know what? Let's just do an accent that's more TV, like you said, more Hollywood friendly. Because that's kind of like
it's like
that's like a halfway
accents.
there.
It's like Jamaican accents. When you hear someone being Jamaican on TV or in movies, they're not speaking like someone from Jamaica. You know,
No, they not.
They give you just enough so you get the bit.
Right. You got to understand what they're saying.
Right.
You know where, but I mean, I guess a lot of people it don't hold up to your comic Gambit because he didn't really, you know, he didn't talk with what's that we always say mother me and hey Shell and all that shit, which is all right. He sounded a little country. I don't think he was Cajun, but
because he always came off more as like if you like city folk from down in New Orleans.
Yeah,
you know?
so I mean, I give him leeway because I was like, if they really went, it'd sound bad if they went too hard with it. So it's all right. But what you think about his powers? Let's take a look at it.
Stupid.
You didn't like that?
No.
What'd you think?
I like the way it looks.
All right. I'm taking some stuff out of it. It didn't look that bad.
Because I had that reaction the first time I saw this movie. Was like, that looked awesome.
I'm
That's
so
not
used to
Gambit, but that looks awesome.
Throwing his cards.
Well, because like no part of his power would allow him to do what he just did.
Yeah, but we don't know. You know, they always find a way to explain it.
Right.
He used the kinetic energy to, you know, push off, and he can shoot out things with his. You know, they always make up some shit.
Sure.
His eyes turn red. Y'all caught that?
Okay, but that's another thing that bothered me about the way they showed him in this movie, is that his eyes are always red and the whites of his eyes are always
But
black.
this is the thing about Gambit. Can you make a character like Gambit and just like the comic and not be ridiculous, kind of?
So
you know what I'm saying?
So this is one of the things that I appreciate about Gambit in the comics that doesn't work well in the way they establish.
What is Gambit actually wearing under his coat? Like his outfit looks crazy.
Shirt and jeans.
No, he don't wear shirt and jeans.
Oh, you talking about in the comics? No, he has his armored
cartoon,
jumpsuit.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like he wear like some black
bodysuit.
Yeah.
Dude, look, Gambit wear like some knee-high boots that's kind of like metal with some black tights with like red stripes on it and
a jacket.
Armored red shirt. Like his clothes look crazy as hell.
He gets away with it in the comics and in the cartoon
because it's a comic.
Because his
think about him
backstory could only exist in a comic or a cartoon.
Right.
You know? So like his outfit is a uniform from the Thieves Guild he was raised by.
Okay, so I didn't. I wasn't even sure. I just remember seeing it in the cartoon. It looked cool, but in the real life, it looked silly.
So that's what I was getting at. Is like you can't use that Gambit in live action the way they've set up their universe.
And if he didn't have his long coat, then
it would have been over. But you know, it's like Gambit, like his eyes were kind of a calling card. He was well known around New Orleans for those eyes and, you know, being a card sharp.
Mm-hmm.
But like he was so over the top that he cannot exist outside of a comic book being that way.
Yeah. So I mean, the way they played him, it's like it's not the best, but I'm kind of figuring that's the best for what they got. To
The
work
one day
with.
in the rumors are doing a Gambit movie.
Right, what they saying?
They're still off and
what's
on.
his name?
That.
Channing Tatum
Channing
playing
Tatum,
him.
yeah.
Which I think he was trying to, because he kind of sound like that in Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to like.
He
give
wouldn't be a
little
bad
preview
choice
of his Gambit. Right. I mean, he'll make a good superhero, but which superhero I don't know. Jupiter Ascendant was pretty crap, but whatever. But I want to show y'all something else. That the fight scene.
Oh.
The flip. They did this bad. They mixed CGI with wire work. They wire work is so bad, dude. Why is he running on the wall?
Fucking Underworld did it better than that. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Hey, man. Physics don't work.
Hey, look,
God.
and at least in Underworld they were vampires.
Yes.
This is just Gambit.
But no, okay, look.
Hey, show up one more time.
If you,
We don't need to see that no more. We
I
don't
gotta
need
see
to
that cartwheel one more time.
This guy's arms was out. Look at his arms. Look.
Why they do it so slow? Was that slow motion or was that how slow he actually jumped?
I don't know.
Hold on, listen to the sound effect.
Man.
Hey man, what the? Hey, hold on, man.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, and this man, look, I know that they tried to do a little wire work. I was like, man, just give me a CGI dude if you're gonna do some shit like that.
Right.
Or they could have done a tight shot of a gymnast doing a cartwheel to one side to another side of not all the way up there, but you know what I'm saying? It just put Gambit clothes on him and do a flip. Don't give me him on the wire to do a slow ass cartwheel, which physics will not allow you to go through the air like that unless you can fly.
There's so much. But this is what I'm talking about. There's so much in this movie they did not need to do to get the effect they were going for, but they did it anyways, and it ruined the effect they were going for.
Yeah, man. I remember liking this movie more than I thought. And now watching it, it's like, damn, man, y'all really fucked up where y'all could have actually had a decent movie.
I don't know. I remember when the copy that we ended up with, I was like, man, I'm glad we got that shit early.
I just remember when I first saw I had some fun with it, but I didn't realize how bad those effects and how bad the practical shit is too.
Right.
Shit like that.
Right.
In a high big budget movie, I say cut. Nah, this ain't gonna work, man. We're gonna have to do a different shot. That ain't gonna work. That's not gonna make the last cut, dog. Cause that flip. First of all, why are you running on the wall? You ain't Spider-Man. First off.
Does he run on walls?
No. What? No. Gambit agile, but that wasn't agility.
Yeah. Gambit is any Assassin's Creed character.
Yeah, Gambit can do parkour.
Right.
Yeah.
But you can't. Okay, let me show you how slow he ran on the wall. So if you're gonna run on the wall, because you can do that in parkour, but you have to have speed and the way he going up. So you can probably run downward.
Yeah.
Right.
Or you can use your feet to like keep a grip on the wall, take like 2 steps and maybe jump off. This dude got on loafers, first off. He ain't got no grip. Second, he ran upward. What you about to say?
I mean, you do want thin-soled shoes for parkour, so
Not loafers.
Well,
What?
I'm just.
Dude, you can do parkour in loafers?
Fuck
I
no,
didn't
you gonna
say
slip
that.
and
Church
bust your
shoes.
shit.
I didn't say all that. I'm just
Slip
saying,
and bust your shit.
If you're going to, better to have something thin. That's all I'm saying.
Don't wear no church shoes when you gonna do some parkour. Don't listen. This dude gonna have your ass. He gonna kill your. He gonna kill. Well, James said I should wear loafers. Let me try this one.
Hey, it's like
Broke his neck.
Look, first off,
What?
anybody that takes my advice on what to wear when they do parkour deserves what they get.
I know. I never done parkour, but I know damn sure I ain't wearing no loafers.
Granted, I did do
British Knights.
I did do my first successful wall run wearing church shoes.
Okay,
That's
bro.
great.
I don't even want to. You got footage of that? I don't even want to know about it. Okay, so let's watch this wall run. That's bad. Hold on, look how he did it.
It looked like he was tap dancing.
No, but see, you could tell he was on a wire because his body kind of stopped.
Yeah. Action.
His body kind of stopped, and then he floated across that screen, man. He just
This is
turned and
bad.
floated across that screen,
They
dude.
picked that angle to do that shit. Good job, director.
Oh man, I just had to bring that in there, man. It was.
Well, we all can't be winners, can we?
I just.
Like every time there's an action scene in this movie, like prepare to be disappointed.
Yeah, man, that was where it really just took that nosedive, man. And I mean, it ain't much to it. I did like Lee Schreiber as Sabretooth. I liked his acting. He don't really look like Sabretooth, but he made it like a new character, like almost. You know what I'm saying? Like just a new version of Sabretooth. Where I'm like, okay, if y'all want to say this is canon, I'm cool with it.
Right.
So now let's talk about everybody's favorite, Weapon 11. You ready for this?
Oh man.
So,
Like
I mean-
Baraka with
Yes. Deadpool never had his swords come out his hand.
No.
Okay,
No.
so this is everybody's problem with this movie. Once they decided to, I think they made a lot of these choices because they wanted to sell toys.
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
made this weapon 11.
that's the
'Cause I remember this toy being like everywhere
Yeah.
before the
It's
movies
the
came out.
only semi-excusable reason for Deadpool to end up the way he did in this movie.
Let me ask you this: if he wasn't Deadpool and if he was just another character,
If
do
they
you
had just-
think people would be cool with that?
Yeah, it would have
Yeah.
held more weight.
If it had just been a guy,
'Cause-
some guy they implanted with all these powers,
Right, because I
it
mean,
would've
the
been fine.
idea of them taking the powers and putting it in one guy, you know, I ain't gonna say I like that idea.
I mean, because like that's the thing. Like Deadpool's only real power is the healing.
right.
Everything else he can do is either some device he's acquired or something he's trained to be able to do.
What
Right.
about the time doesn't affect him? Because the power.
What you mean time don't affect him?
Like if you go back in time, he knows what's.
No, that it's a fact. It's kind of like with the Joker. He's insane enough that most that stuff that affects normal people. Don't
But see,
affect
that's the
him.
thing. When you got different writers, they just add their own stick to them.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And somebody say, "Well, let me put this on them. Let me put that on them." I kind of hate when they do that because if you get a new writer, he's like, "Well, I want to add this power." So he always had this power. It's just been dormant or something. You know, they always make some bullshit up. So anyway,
But yeah, the long and short of it is, Deadpool reads Marvel comics. So anytime they retcon something, oh, this is like an issue such and such from this.
yeah, well, he
line.
break the fourth wall.
Yeah. He's
Which-
so good at that.
I don't know if you can really be good at that.
I think
You
they
just
would
do
have.
it or you
And look,
don't.
hold on. Did you notice? You don't remember? They got a fucking old ass computer giving him commands. Like,
Yeah.
The first Apple computer ever made.
that's what I'm looking like. Why has he got that?
1985.
Oh,
that
you know what? This is supposed to
that
be in the
Apple
80s.
II.
I forgot this supposed to be in the 80s. You kind of forget that because if you follow the time
Right.
since the Vietnam War, this is supposed to be 8 years after.
So it is the first Apple computer.
Yeah. So, you know, and I forgot that this, because they didn't really, I guess they didn't show a lot of cars or whatever. You kind of think, well, wait a minute, let me see the late model, the 80 model cars or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, but I was tripping off, why does he need a computer giving him commands? Engage.
God, that's bad.
You don't have to do this.
Somebody start running. What the fuck?
Anyway,
God, that's bad.
Like
it's just the whole point. Why can't you just say fight or whatever? But before he do anything, he type it in the computer.
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
Go take shit. Wash hands.
Please.
Leave tip. Okay, I'm done.
But no,
But like, I guess like they had suppressed his mind enough that like, basically all of his autonomy was that far stripped away from him. But even then, like,
it's
why
still
would you?
stupid.
Yes, it's
He
still
give,
stupid.
and they give him basic commands.
There's-
Engage.
Bruh, what about? There's not much about this movie that ain't stupid.
Decapitation.
Those
Any
damn
of
blades.
that is any of that in the comic? Any of that?
No.
Any of what?
That bullshit.
No, they made all this up for this movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I think they
shoot
did this so they could
yourself.
sell. I'm telling you, this was a studio decision.
Yeah. There was no reason to put blades in his arms.
They put the blades in his
They was
arms.
playing Mortal Kombat. It was like, you know what?
like
And
not only
all
that.
to sew his mouth shut.
Yeah.
Baraka. Well, he got razor teeth.
But right, I'm just saying, it's like
They even put the scars around his eyes to make it look like his mask.
like right to make it. Man,
Wait, go
They
back to
should've-
that word?
you know what they should have
You
done?
didn't notice that?
You know what they should have done? They should have, and this was supposed to be, they thought that this was going to lead to a Deadpool movie, and that's when Ryan Reynolds, why he agreed to it, where they was thinking that, hey, we kind of show him in this movie, so now they'll show him in the next movie as Deadpool, because they gave him Deadpool personality.
This is probably why it took so long to make that.
I know, they was like, hell no after this. Everybody said,
Right.
fuck no, we don't want to see, no, I don't want to see no Deadpool movie if that's what Deadpool is. They should have committed. It was cool to have Deadpool or Ryan Reynolds in there as Wade, but they should have had this as a separate
Yeah.
villain and still had Ryan Reynolds in there where you could have said, oh, remember that character we had early in the movie? He's got a spinoff movie. You know, everybody liked him from the sword scene with the bullet sword scene. So now it's like, okay, stop there. You know, then you can give him his own movie. But now they fucked him up so
Like
bad.
maybe even give him an end credit scene where like he gets recruited for some
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
and that's all you.
That
show.
would have worked.
Yeah.
But they blew it bad.
Yeah.
And
Like can you imagine
so much
if
swinging
like
for the fences?
if they hadn't have done all that stuff and your post credit scene was him getting recruited to get superpowers?
yeah,
Right.
And now, so they gotta have their final fight scene, and that's my favorite. No, well, sarcasm. Back to back. Can you believe they did a back to back?
What, he like teleporting and shit?
Yeah. Oh, and I was gonna say that didn't help because he still whooped their ass.
Oh, God.
They still got their ass whooped religiously.
Well, hold on. Okay.
You just see them doing this.
I mean, they are trained dancers, so why
Right.
not?
That's all they doing, salsa dance on top of fucking building.
Yeah, man. But
That's actually how they know each other, by the way. Liev Schreiber and Hugh Jackman.
what's that?
They were both professionally trained dancers. That's how they met.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
You said who?
Hugh Jackman and Liev Schreiber.
Wow.
But yeah, back to back is like it's always kind of like a corny thing,
Yeah.
but it's even cornier to call it out. If you say we can't win, back to back, I'm out. I'm out. You cannot call back to back
I'm trying to think of a cool
and not be.
back-to-back.
You can have some cool back to backs, but you can't call it.
No.
Then it's going to be a corny.
There's no way to make it cool.
You
if
can't
call
say
it out.
back to back.
No, you can't say
and not be corny. Now you could end up fighting back to back by happenstance and end up beating the villain or beating whoever you're fighting. But if you call it out, you already out. You already lost back to back, and they called it out on the shit. It's like
It's
They don't know
about
either.
as bad as like holding hands and swinging each other around to kick people.
Oh,
what they
yeah.
used to do in a lot of them wire food movies.
Yeah.
They grab them
And they'll take turns.
Yeah,
and people just stand up, get their face kicked.
like the worst. I'd say like the worst of that was like Man with the Iron Fist. When like that was their like famous move.
Yeah,
The Gemini twins.
I don't remember, but there was a lot of Hong Kong wire food mixed with other stuff. But anyway, they try to use a lot of, and they actually use what's name as the stunt double. That I could tell the way he moving. Scott Adkins
Yeah,
did the fight parts, the teleporters where he kicking them and stuff.
that's another thing. Stop wasting Scott Adkins.
Man, I was on board with him playing Batman.
You ain't alone.
A lot of people was like, "Oh, he can't act." I mean,
First off, he acts about as well as anybody who you would ever. ask
I'm
to play a
thinking like,
superhero.
dude, I'm to the point where I want Batman to just be physical. I don't care if he can act. I don't care no more.
I'll even say this: if you can find someone,
Oh, wait, let's not talk about Batman.
no, like this is just on comic book movies. In
These
general.
people.
The same way they do on all the Marvel movies. Now, if you can find someone that looks enough like them wearing a suit,
Yeah,
just do that.
yeah.
Have one person play him out of the suit. Have someone who looks a lot like
But
them.
they tried that, and what's the name of it? And it was horrible. Batman and Robin.
Look,
I gave it to because everybody looked good in their outfits, but the back.
that movie had other.
That was a whole nother thing.
Everybody chill.
But anyway, they really screwed up, man.
Yeah.
But they made profit.
Yeah, it made a lot of money. And like I said, I was liking it like a third of the way, and I really was like, this ain't a bad origin story. I like where it's going, and the acting was good, and they really messed up on the action and the special effects. And shit, I didn't say that, but I wanted to see. I showed in the X-Men part, the little kids and shit.
Yeah.
Which I want to know, why did y'all give Logan a pass for that? Which I didn't like that in Logan. Same thing. It was almost down to the same kind of. I had the same feeling at the end of this that I had in Logan, where the kids did the little fights at the end. 2065 cannot hold back on that. They always think we got to put some powers in. We got to show some cool mutant parts.
I don't know. It's like they suck at Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
But
like the
my
worst.
point is, when it ain't got nothing to do with the movie, they always got to blow their wad at the end with mutant powers.
Yeah.
Because they think that's what's gonna get everybody in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's for China. But
Where that's just what Hollywood think that you want to see just because it's a superhero movie. But when you had a good movie narratively, you don't have to have everybody blowing stuff up and turning the fire and shit at the
Yeah.
end.
I'll say this: the reason I gave Logan a pass was because I'd forgotten about that scene in this one.
That made me mad at the end of Logan, where they get and I bet you that they didn't want to do that. Maybe the the director didn't want to do that, but 20th Century Fox like, we need some mutant scenes.
I will say it works better when you're rated R.
Yeah, but it was the same stuff where the kids was, you know, and they do the hand gestures, and then they show somebody, you know, I'm like, no, stop that, man. I'm tired of that shit.
One thing,
and I heard that's what New Mutants had.
For one thing,
It's out now, right?
Yeah, it came out this weekend.
For one thing, I don't need to see another preteen going.
I know. I'm tired of the hand gestures. It's like I do this, and then somebody pull a chair. Oh, he got magnetic powers. Right. Like, stop. That's cheap ass shit. I can do that.
Fucking Colossus.
Anyway, yeah, it was a bad movie. I wish it would have. Man, I wish they could have pulled back on some of that action.
Yeah.
And
let the story do the heavy lifting.
Yeah, I know, because I like the story, but yeah, they lost me about a third of the way through.
Like, I'll say this, like, as far as using the powers, the only real use of powers that I enjoyed in this movie was when old girl makes Stryker, you know, turn around and walk until his feet bleed.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, really though, why didn't you just tell him to shoot himself?
Should have. Didn't.
Was he barefooted?
He walked till his shoes got worn out.
Oh, so he walked like 10 fucking months.
You know what? That's what I'm saying. But it looked like they picked him up later that day.
Yes.
Like, Stryker? Yeah, that's me.
I'm about to spell now. Yeah, what's up?
But no, it's just they was trying to, and that's another thing. They try to stay slave to the movies before them.
Yeah.
They try to stay consistent.
Which is why he was still alive.
Right, because he had to be in part 2. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, y'all don't have to do that.
Yeah.
If you starting the whole, start over.
So many questions with that, though. Because, like, even at the end of Days of Future Past, when it was Mystique being Stryker, I didn't understand that. What was the point of that?
Well, first off, Days of Future Past is already changing the timeline anyway, so we don't have to.
I believe they was trying to say that Stryker was getting mutants, so they was using her. I mean, she was using his likeness to gather mutants. I think that's just a theory, I guess. But don't get me started about what they did with Mystique. If you knew Mystique's this is not Mystique.
No.
They totally changed that character.
Is
and
that
I don't
Nightcrawler's
like
mama
that.
for real?
Yes.
Yeah, she got a lot of kids.
Hell,
And did she abandon?
Yeah.
You hoe?
Look, hell,
She got a
She
kid.
adopted an abandoned rogue.
Okay, she got a kid by. Don't she got a kid by?
That red dude.
That's Nightcrawler.
Azazel.
Nightcrawler is his kid.
Right, but don't she got a kid by Sabretooth too?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Raiden Creed.
Yeah.
Right, she got a lot of kids.
She may be the worst mother in comics.
Yeah,
Wow.
right. She's by herself. She's evil. She's never been good, and they changed her because Jennifer Lawrence is hot.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
like a
that's
hot actor at the time. She was hot, but she's a hot actor at the time.
She
so they
didn't want to do
changed
that last movie. You could tell she was
her.
waiting
Yeah,
till
she
she
didn't give a
died.
shit. But it was just the whole point of they changed her character completely.
Yeah.
It made her the leader of the X-Men. Come on.
Even
And
their
that's all
voice-
because they trying to stay in.
Even their voice.
They trying to stay in consistent
Remember
with
that?
the other movies. Anyway,
Why would
Remember
you
that?
remind me of that?
Even their voice. Even their voice.
anyway, moving right along. Why they always make her naked? Anyway,
Because she is always naked.
Well-
Any clothing she wears is technically part of her biomass.
I seen pictures of her in the white.
not in the comic.
something.
Right, she wear a white
Yeah.
dress.
Yeah,
with
no.
a little skull on. it.
And every time she turns into somebody while wearing that dress, the dress
Well, yeah,
goes
she
away.
wore a.
The dress is part of her biomass. She
Okay, all right,
chooses to do
all right,
that.
whatever. We're not gonna do that. Let's give it our ratings. Whack. What you got?
Whack, 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 whack.
All right, yeah, it was a attempt to make a. I think they, if they let a director, the studio, I think it was a lot of studio interference. If they would have let a director, because I feel the direction it was going was actually
Yeah.
going somewhere.
How many
But
X-Men movies we got?
I lost count.
7.
Maybe.
And 2 of them was good.
We might even have 8, actually.
Oh shit!
Days of
First
Future Past
Class.
and First
So we got the
Class.
first. Yeah,
Days
damn.
of First Class,
Yeah.
Days of Future Past, Age of Apocalypse. Both
Oh,
of
I forgot.
If you wanna count
three
the
Wolverine
mutants.
movies. 3
Yeah.
Wolverine movies.
Yeah, you got 6. No, you got 7 X-Men movies, 2 Wolverine movies,
I forgot about Apocalypse.
and so that's 9 and New
No,
Mutants.
because this one,
I'm counting that one.
the Wolverine and
So I
Logan.
said 2. Oh shit, 3 Wolverine movies.
Yeah,
So 3 Wolverine movies, 3 original movies, 3 later movies.
That's 9.
and now New Mutants.
No.
It's
4.
it's 11.
It's
I know
4
it's
with
4
the-
newer ones.
Yeah.
It's 3 older ones. That's 7. Plus 3 Wolverine movies. That's 10. Plus New Mutants. That's 11.
11.
Yeah,
It's new movies.
20th Century Fox get their money.
Okay, so I have 11 movies, 2 of them.
And if you want to count Deadpool, that's supposed to be in the same
No,
universe.
we're not counting Deadpool.
no.
It's in the same
I
universe.
don't care. We're not counting Deadpool.
Okay.
We're not counting Deadpool. Out of 11 movies, y'all got 2 good ones.
The long and short of it is Fox got paid.
Yeah.
So
They
is the
milked
new
it for all
music-
it's
and-
worth.
Is
Wait,
the new
look,
music
so-
theaters or is it streaming?
Yeah, it came out theaters.
So
I
they
think they didn't make that much
So
money.
they for damn sure got paid off for all the movies they made, and then they sold X-Men back to Disney.
What you mean
Yeah.
back to Disney?
They gave it back to Disney. What
Yeah,
you mean?
because Disney had the rights.
They bought Disney. Disney bought a lot of 20th century. They bought basically 20th Century Fox, but they bought all their movies.
Yeah,
He said back to Disney. Like, when did Disney have them first?
Well,
Oh,
they bought back to Marvel.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
They went back to Marvel rather, and Marvel is owned by Disney. So,
So yeah, but yeah.
Fox got paid. son.
So yeah, they was like, well, we milked them for everything they were, so y'all can have them back.
Also, try to make a movie without folks thinking of us.
Say again.
Try to make a movie without folks thinking of our movies. They made all of these movies.
Oh.
So no matter what you make, unless it's damn fucking
they
good.
think. I think the way they're gonna
Which it
do
will be.
the way they're gonna
Better
do
be.
them in Marvel is they're gonna incorporate them in their movies.
But like,
You
and
know
that's
what I'm
New
saying?
Mutants Fox.
Yeah, that was one of their last projects. So they was just spinning off. So basically, Sony and 20th Century Fox tried to do. They had one character, and they were just gonna spin off much they can from that one character. Because once you get that character, you get all their villains
Yep.
and all they people that's around that character. So that's what Sony whack ass. That's why they made Morbius. Yeah. And then they was gonna try to make the Silver Sable. Like nobody know who that is, and nor does any. If you don't even have your own comic, why do you think somebody want to see a movie?
Sex appeal. That was the reason they put her in there with Black Cat. They was going to
I know they have.
but then all those mugs in Hollywood.
Nobody want to see that.
But all those folks in Hollywood got cut for sexual harassment, which meant they couldn't make the sexy movie they wanted that to be.
Anyway,
That's
yeah,
why
I
they
know.
shelved that.
So, anyway, that is our review, retro review for X-Men Wolverine Origin. It didn't really hold up. I thought it was a little better than. I thought it was just a little better, but it didn't hold up. But is this worse than the Wolverine or?
Yeah, it's worse than Wolverine. No, no, it's not. No, it's not.
I don't
Fuck.
think
But
no,
going
it's
back
not.
and watching it, I don't know.
It ain't worse than Wolverine.
So they might be tied because the Wolverine is a better made movie, but this movie has a better heart to it. Like the problem with this movie is execution. What they wrote for it, what the direction was leading in was good. They just shoved a bunch of glitz on top of it.
Really
and it
dropped the
ruined it.
ball on the special effects and the action.
Yeah.
But they was kind of like learning,
Yeah.
you know.
Like if both of those movies are a bowl of vanilla ice cream, X-Men Origins is some really good high quality ice cream, and someone just toss all kinds of stuff on top of it. The Wolverine is some
Milk.
it's some Walgreens ice cream that got left out in the sun for a little bit, and they left some toppings. Like if you want, you can.
Honestly, yeah, I did not like the Wolverine.
I didn't like the Wolverine.
I'm gonna go back and watch it to see did it go up or down. But I remember not liking it at
I think
all.
the Wolverine is a little bit worse than this.
And then it get to a point where stop making Wolverine. I just seen Wolverine is like one of them characters.
9
like,
movies.
we don't need him no
Shit.
more.
I'm
Remember
over
he
it.
popped up in
The
Phase-
first class.
Days of Future Past.
No, he popped up in Apocalypse.
Apocalypse. Yeah.
And the first thing I was thinking was, why do we need Wolverine again? And the
Did
way
she
they
just let
showed
him
him,
go?
like,
Did she just go? Did she
right,
say
it
that?
was like a cameo,
Yeah.
but they showed him in the trailer like like we was waiting to see Wolverine.
Yeah.
You know,
Like, we all knew it was
Like,
Wolverine anyway.
Him in First Class was great. Like just
excuse
me, my name is. Get out.
No, he said, fuck off.
Fuck off.
But
Okay.
but it just got to a point that they put Wolverine in our face way too much. And Wolverine was always the most popular X-Men.
That's why I wanted him dead. That's why I wanted Hugh Jackman dead.
Wolverine was always the most popular X-Men, but it was still other good X-Men. Like, X-Men worked as a team, not just Wolverine.
You know, I almost got in a fight that night.
Huh?
Really?
I almost got in a fight at Logan.
You would.
And
Because I was happy. I was celebrating. When
when
he
somebody
died.
told you shut the hell up,
Something like that. Yeah.
what you was doing
I was like, yes.
in the theater?
Yeah.
What to do? What they do?
This is after the movie, they start talking crazy to me for a minute. So I'm like, you know, you really are probably going to back. You know, if you really got a problem with what I did to enjoy my
When
movie,
you was in the theater?
we was leaving the theater.
Yeah.
I was like, you really got a problem with what I did, we can go in the back.
Wait, he said something to you?
You know,
Or he
like,
was just talking loud enough for you to
talking,
hear it?
no, they was letting be known that I'm an asshole.
I mean,
You can't tell me how to enjoy my movie. I came to see somebody die.
I mean,
He's gone.
I feel you. I just can't believe that
Yeah.
that you was about to get into somebody about this
Yeah,
saw
it was
something
actually
that's
like
stupid.
my second date with Gina. I remember that. It was crazy.
Okay, well. So
Anyway.
you was gonna handle him like
I was
Logan?
gonna whoop his ass.
You gonna whoop his ass
I
like
was gonna
Logan?
whoop his ass.
Get your
I-
ass whoop quick.
look,
Not the way I was
man.
feeling.
Look, nerds can be scrappy, bro.
I don't
You gotta be
cover.
careful with them.
You don't tell me how to enjoy my
Was it a
motherfucking
big
movie.
dude?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Wait, look, he probably
Was it
had
one-
a
I'm about to
Wolverine
whoop
claws
this.
in the back.
You know what? You were right, sir. That was one of the
Look,
moments.
look, he had the Wolverine claws behind his
I
back. He
don't
was
give a
waiting.
fuck. I don't give a shit. You can't tell them how to enjoy that movie.
Yeah, I feel you, but still, that was a dick move. But now it's just I don't like people that can't be quiet until they leave, like you. That would annoy me, but I wouldn't have been saying shit to you. But yeah, that is annoying. Will
To be fair to me, I was quiet the whole movie. I'm just waiting on
it
the
was,
death.
was it the movie was over or was it? You said yes while the movie was still going on. Did you screamed out while the
I
movie
ain't
was still
scream
going
out
on?
yes, but I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. Then when the movie was over, I kept going with it. And I guess he heard me. Then like what I was saying.
Man, I wish I knew that dude because I would have helped him. I was like, you know what? You right. I would have been kept talking. You know, man. Hey, that dude said something about you, dog. He said something about you earlier, man. I'll tell you what, we
He
should
been
wait for
talking
him when
the
he
whole
leaves.
movie. He saw y'all sit down.
No,
I know what kind of car he drive too. We can get him.
no, because even with the whole Deadpool scene, you know, I love that in the movie. That was great. You know,
What Deadpool scene?
in the beginning when he was getting dressed in the Superman phone
Oh,
booth.
that wasn't in the movie. That was just a
Yeah.
clip before the movie.
Right.
Anywho, yeah, I'm done with Wolverine. This movie pretty much, you know,
Aren't we all?
but we'll see. We'll see what the Marvel gonna do with X-Men and who's gonna play the next Wolverine. Do y'all got anybody in mind for the new Wolverine?
I couldn't give a fuck.
Okay.
I'm just saying they didn't drain me. Like he is one of my
Not even
favorite
that.
characters.
And
They
even
just
though it's not too many good actors.
too much.
Actors suck now.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you like this: nepotism and racism have really destroyed Hollywood, where every good actor is fucking from Europe.
Right.
And like, so that's the thing is like, I can't think of anyone over here who can play that character and
Not to
look
mention,
like that character.
Hugh Jackman is Australian anyway.
Yeah.
All the top dogs, most of the top dogs is freaking from Australia, England,
I mean,
or fucking
one-
Ireland.
Well, like one of the best young black actors we got right now is British.
Oh, we got a lot of those. But the point is,
I got somebody.
Hollywood screwed
God.
up
I got somebody.
Here we go.
and let what?
I got somebody to play Wolverine.
Ooh.
Old boy from Breaking Bad. The one that was at Need for Speed. Oh yeah. You see it.
Are you
Aaron
serious?
Paul,
You see it.
Aaron Paul?
Jesse Pinkman.
You see it.
How,
I see it.
are you drunk?
No, I see
Are you
it.
high?
I see it.
you
He's
need-
short
This
enough,
dude
right?
Joking, man.
Nah.
You
He would be
need-
perfect.
Does your brain need LASIK?
Dude, you see it. You know you see it.
No.
Yes, you do.
No, not at all.
Dog.
Wilbert.
Oh, I see this.
Wilbert.
Call
I'm gonna need-
Disney.
Wilbert.
Get him on the phone.
Wilbert. I'm gonna need you to stop talking.
Look,
Nah.
right now.
we're the
That's
epic-
the
look,
dumbest. just when I think you can't get any dumber,
Let me think.
you go say something like this.
Listen, we at the Epic Entertainment Group
Totally redeemed
apologize
yourself.
for the views of our colleague. He
No,
has
seriously,
mental cataracts.
that was the dumbest shit I ever fucking heard, Wilbur.
Let me think.
You saying some dumb stuff, but that's one right here.
That tops them all.
What? That's this top 5.
Are you sure you're
This
thinking
is
of Aaron
top
Paul?
5.
I'm gonna watch some Breaking
This
Bad.
dude
and get
said
that
Jesse
shit.
Pinkman should play Wolverine.
Like he could play multiple man.
Multiple, man.
It's characters he could play. He could play Iceman. He could play a young Bobby Drake or somebody. Point is, this dude does not fit
Not at all.
Wolverine. It was so funny. I was just watching Westworld season 3, and you know what I said when I was
he on
watching? Yeah, and you know what I said when I was watching him in there? I said, man, this dude can't play nobody but Jesse Pinkman because he's
Need
not.
for Speed was good.
No, it wasn't. Point is, he can only kind of do that stoner character. I know he's trying to be because
Serious more. Yeah.
right. He try hard to be serious, but I don't be feeling it, man. He's just Jesse Pinkman.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to typecast a dude, but he can't play. I don't see him as nobody else. And Wolverine? What are you talking about, dude? I know you got to be joking.
Not only that, but like Breaking Bad is what made you think he could play Wolverine.
But dude, Walter White, the Eisenberg can play Wolverine better than Jesse Pinkman. What is his real name?
Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, Bryan Cranston can play Wolverine before he plays. Get the hell out of here.
Oh, he could.
We ain't having this conversation right now. I can't.
This dude. Anyway,
one more.
man.
One more. Keanu Reeves.
He'll make a better one than Aaron Paul.
It's bad enough that the name I keep seeing folks throw around is Zac Efron.
Who was that?
He's one of them Disney pretty boys.
High School Musical.
Neighbors.
Oh no.
He was in Baywatch with the Rock.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Oh no.
Yeah,
No, he would be a lot better than Aaron Paul.
I know. Dude, I could play Wolverine.
Ashton Kutcher.
What are you talking about, Wilbur?
All right, let's go. Bro.
You're not helping us at all.
No. Do you put effort into coming up with such bad ideas? I gotta know.
Are you,
surprised.
you know what? He just being funny, dude. You're a funny guy, man. You should stand up.
He's hilarious.
Anyway, we don't really have any ideas for Wolverine. I don't have no ideas because I can't think of no actor that just fit that mold.
Yeah.
It's probably some dudes out there, but for real, Hollywood needs to stop.
I don't even want to know.
You don't.
What, man? I gotta know.
Colin Farrell.
Anyway,
I watched Phone
Hollywood,
Booth the other day.
if Hollywood would stop just like you know what I'm saying, with the nepotism, and if just look, if they still would let the best actor get the part, we'll see some good American actors, but it's just the way it is in Hollywood, and I think they losing it to the fucking British. Hollywood is losing all the talent is coming, dude. What's that movie?
Coats lost. They can go
What's that
something.
movie? They made a movie about some American the current war. Have you seen that? It was all about these historical American figures, and they was all played by British actors.
No, I didn't see that one.
Which I guess they British at first, I guess. Anyway, it was about the.
Oh, I remember.
It had
that. Yeah,
Tom Holland and Benedict Cumberbatch, and
that was like they had Tesla and
right,
Edison in
Tesla and
there.
Thomas Edison and all, because they was trying to.
Wasn't,
They was trying to
Nicholas Hoult in
invent
that?
they was trying to invent electric, powered.
Yeah. Nicholas
stuff.
Hoult was in that too, wasn't he? Dude that
Yeah,
played
but
Beast?
he's like British or something
Yeah.
too. And I'm thinking like,
You said
one of them
Nicolas Cage
motherfuckers
British?
American, huh?
Nicolas Cage.
No, Nicholas Hoult, the guy that
Oh,
played
okay.
Beast in First Class.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Nick Cage British.
I wish we could give him the. Look, we'll take Henry Cavill. Y'all take
Yeah,
Nicholas Cage.
take Nicolas Cage. Even swap. No, hell no, we never agreed to that.
Did y'all hear that last movie with 50 Cent? His hair all crazy in that movie that just came out on Netflix.
Who?
Nicolas Cage, new movie, 50 Cent.
I saw a movie.
His hair is always crazy.
Well, no, he got like a fucking mullet. Like, it's weird. I can't wait to watch it. I'll watch it tonight.
It ain't out yet?
It's on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Yeah, I
a
have to
crazier
see that.
mullet than Con Air?
Yeah, that was.
No, I'm talking about 50 Cent got a mullet.
50 Cent got him?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow.
What
Yeah.
the fuck? Who's he supposed to be?
I don't know. I'm gonna watch it tonight. It's on Netflix.
All right.
I'm gonna have to check that out just so I can see that.
Okay, man. That's our X-Men Wolverine Origins review, retro review. Check out our other reviews. I'm gonna put it on a playlist. Next week we ain't decided. I was leaning towards we gonna eventually have to do the Catwoman and Elektra. I've been putting that to the side, but we're gonna eventually have to do it. We ain't did nothing that was boring yet, though.
To be fair, that's one of the ones that we gotta like we did Superman.
It was something happened to Superman.
You said what?
I didn't tell you. I didn't have the heart to tell you.
You said what happened? No. I'm just. Oh, you motherfucker. Really?
The sound went out, man. I had to take it down.
You know that?
It was no sound.
Yeah.
We did Superman 4, Quest for Peace. It was actually a good review too, man. And
Oh my god.
it happens. It happens. We got sound now. Okay, yeah, we got sound. What was you saying?
To be fair, we have to do how we watched it. Then we did that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you ain't seen it.
I'm
Ain't to
not.
be
I'm
fair,
not gonna
nothing.
go see
If
it.
we say we're gonna do it, you gotta watch it anyway.
Yeah.
Stop coming in.
Let's just do
Like,
noon. Let's just do
I don't
noon.
remember.
That's gonna be a noon day. Let's
Yeah, we
just do
good.
noon.
We
All
good.
right,
We
okay.
good.
All right, bet.
If we do that, I'm not promising that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know.
But we'll decide. But yeah, thanks for checking out the video. If anybody in the stream, I doubt it. Thanks for checking out the video and subscribe to the channel. And please hit the alert icon so you'll get alerts. Hit the bell icon so you'll get alerts when we post new videos.
And don't forget to like and comment. That way it helps us get past the algorithm so folks actually see our videos.
Yes. Wilbert, you got anything
No, I'm good.
to say? You suck.
Hugh Jackman for president, I guess. No.
He's Australian. Don't you got to be born in America
You have
to
to
be
an
an
American
American
citizen.
president?
You have to be a born American citizen. Yeah.
Right.
Well, there you go.
That's why Schwarzenegger could never.
California.
No, he was born in Germany.
Yeah. Austria.
Same.
Ain't they like
German.
right by each other?
That's like saying Belgium is France.
Yeah.
You'll get shot.
Ukraine and Russia.
You'll get shot.
Oh, UK and Russia, they really hate each other. Okay.
I'm saying it was just a broken off.
Yeah.
It was just they made their independence. Whatever. Moving right along. That's it. We're out here. Thanks for checking us out.
Peace.
In the Middle East.